Why do you want to know my hourly rate?
I guess I want to know where my $18,000 is going.
Does that mean if I work less hours, I should charge you less?
Yeah.
So if I go over those hours, I should charge you more?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying to me, you value this logo taking longer rather than shorter. So it means if I just tell you it took me 4 months to work on it, you will now owe me $36,000.
If it's in my budget and if I think you're worth it, but I would also ask, why would it take that long to make that logo?
I'm gonna put a lot of effort into it.
I could hire somebody else who would charge me the same rate, but do it quicker.
So you value time over money then?
Sure, as a business person, yeah.
So here's the deal. I work really fast. I can come up with a logo, but I'm being punished for me being efficient and really good. You understand the logic doesn't work now?
Sure.
That's the problem. So if I could do a logo for you right now and you love it in 5 minutes, are you saying it's worth less than 18 or is it worth more now? It's worth more. So charging by the hour punishes me for being good.
As a business owner, agency, consultant, leader in tech, SaaS, or corporate environment, you know that closing a sale is crucial to your growth and success. Like all of us, we're wondering what more can we do to raise our close rate, increase our revenue, and make the process more sustainable for long-term results. There is an art and science to selling. And if you work in sales, are a business that needs more sales, need to learn how to sell better, faster, stronger, then check out the Salesman Podcast hosted by Will Barron, brought to you by the HubSpot Podcast Network. Will help sales professionals and business leaders learn how to find buyers and win business in a more modern, effective, and ethical way. If you like my delivery of making marketing and strategy simple, then you will absolutely love Will's podcast where he makes sales and revenue generation simple. We're talking about mastering the art of cold calling, the ultimate guide to closing the deal, the 5 steps to secure low B2B sales, how to sell to C-suite executives. Listen to the Salesman Podcast wherever you get your podcasts, brought to you by the HubSpot Podcast Network. What you just heard was a segment from Chris Do, designer, entrepreneur, founder of The Future. If you're not following him on Instagram, instagram.com/thechrisdo. The same on Twitter @thechrisdo. Follow him, learn from him. He gives insight anywhere you want to slice it. YouTube, the Gram, Twitter. He does a lot on Clubhouse. He does a lot of Twitter Spaces. And I love that snippet. Why charging by the hour doesn't make sense. I'll add the link in the show notes as well. I wanted that to be played because we talk about selling all the time. We talk about presentation, conversation, and confidence and conviction and marketing, all these different things. But let's talk about the nuances behind positioning for the price point that you want and how, depending on your situation, your industry, what you do for a living, whether you're an entrepreneur, an agency, a business owner, charging by the hour and evaluating the value of what you deliver by time. And we're about to just mess some stuff up. So stay with me here.
What's up, digital world? You're listening to the I Digress audio experience with Troy Sandidge. Social media, marketing, storytelling, business, culture, and more. Coming to you in 3, 2, 1.
I've been dealing with this for a very long time. When I started side hustles, when I took odd jobs, what's your hourly rate? What's your hourly rate? What's your hourly rate? You find yourself being burnt out, doing so much for so little, or vice versa, I should have charged more. And you wrestle with this all the time. What's my hourly rate? And it's that awkward silence. And you're like, you start stuttering, your brain just misfires and you don't know what to do. Well, I've made it a conscious decision moving forward. No hourly rates in certain contexts, just packages. Now, I'm a transparent dude. I don't got time to hold no secrets here. You're listening because you want something, and I want to give you something. This is my way to give it to you and do what we got to do, okay? And so I'm getting away from hourly rates, and I want to focus on packages. Based off what the terms are, based on what we're trying to do, here's my package. I may do a la carte and have hourly rates for a la carte options or add-ons, but I'm going to lead in with packages. That's the price. That's it. That's all. What is something that money can't buy, but everyone wants? More time. You value your time, don't you? And we've already established this, but I want to reinforce this again. Money can't buy you more time. So therefore, is it safe to say that time is more important than money? My strategies can appear, for a lack of a better word, easy. And we all know this word, simple. And you may think, why would I pay so much for something that happens so quickly, that seems so easy, that is so simple, and obviously very practical? Let's run back Christo's example and I'll tie it into me. If you had 5 minutes with the business leader in your industry you idolize the most, and in those 5 minutes, they give you the blueprint to 5x your business within the year, but said it cost you $25,000 to get it, would you pay without hesitation? If you had the money, my thought, my assumption, my guess, I'm sure you would. And I'd also say even if you didn't, you may find a way to get it because the ROI, return on investment, seems ideal. Even though you still have to implement what this person gave you, and chances are you probably won't be able to right out the gate on their level, but you still see it as a good deal, right? And you would take it, right? Then don't punish someone for charging what their abilities can do to increase the odds of success by doing what they have spent years perfecting before they gave you that info in 5 minutes or less to help you 5x your business. Here's the thing. If it's so easy, you would have figured it out by now. Ooh, stay with me. If it was so easy, if it was so obvious, if it was so simple, you would have figured it out by now. But since you came to me, or since they came to you, your business, they filled out the contact form, they sent you an email, they sent you a DM, they called you, all these things, they came to you. And let's use the same example. That $25,000 for 5 minutes took 12 years, 6 months, and 17 days to come to. Years of failure, years of trial and error, time spent in the void that you didn't have to spend. You saved 12 years, 6 months, 17 days. And we all know time is the most priceless commodity that you have because you can't buy a second more of it, as well as saving hundreds, if not thousands, or even millions of dollars, all by simply paying $25,000 for a 5-minute answer that would change your entire life. You saved the 12 years, 6 months, and 17 days from exploring all the options, all the ups and downs to come to the conclusion, to the resolve, to the understanding of that answer, to therefore 5x your business. I saved you all of that. So that means if you 5x your business, 25 grand should be chump change, should be change coming out the couch. That ain't nothing. But yet people look at time when it comes to serviceable industries, agencies, businesses, and they want to see all the line items and give you so much friction, give you so many problems. Do you want the results or not? Can we skip to the good part?
Can we skip to the good part?
By doing it. So this resistance to wanting to know my hourly rate or your hourly rate or fit me or fit you into an hourly rate or evaluate my effectiveness by how long or lack thereof time for value is inadequate if you don't align it with the right perspective. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying you should just stop doing hourly. There are some situations that hourly makes sense. In a lot of cases, people make more money charging hourly than they do salary. All I'm saying is, from many people that I talk to in the SMB world, in the agency world, in the freelance world, the hourly rate is a struggle. It's hard, it's challenging, it's difficult. And honestly, I get tired of it. And I'm sure a lot of you listening are like, man, is he really going to talk this way? What if people don't want to hire him? What if people don't want to work with him because of this episode of him debunking hourly rates? I'm not saying hourly rates are horrible. I'm just trying to give an alternative perspective to how we should look at hourly rates and show that it's not the hourly rate, it's how they're looking at your value in this perspective of correlation of time and how we need to just blow it up and realign it and reset it for something else.
Most business people value time. Time is the most important thing I have. That's it. So if I could do a logo for you right now and you love it in 5 minutes, are you saying it's worth less than 18 or is it worth more now? Because I saved you a lot of time. We can go to market right now. It's worth more. So charging by the hour punishes me for being good. Now I'll tell you what, you can hire 4 interns straight out of school. They'll charge a couple $100 and you'll wait. And then you'll say it's not right, but you can't articulate to them and they don't know why. And you keep waiting, you keep revising. And what aren't you doing now? You're not running your business. Shouldn't you be focused on your business? So my job is this. I'm gonna give you an amazing logo that you're not gonna have to change for a long time. A mark that you're gonna be proud of, that people are gonna look at and clearly understand what it is that you do. That's worth $18,000 today. Come back to me in a year, it'll be 26. That's what it's worth today. That's it.
Instead of value for time, position yourself value for result. Someone comes to me, I want to pay you 20 hours a month of your time. I think I'm being shortchanged spending only 2 hours a month at that rate when someone else charges less for 40 hours. So wait. Let me get this straight. So because I'm only offering you 2 hours and you think you deserve 20 hours and you can find someone cheaper that can give you 40 hours, I'm doing a bad deal? I don't know what the other person or other individuals are offering. I don't know their years of experience. I don't know how much results they can get. I don't know how much money and capital they've generated. But for me, as for me in my house, as the black culture will say, I ain't having none of that no more. 2 hours at that rate. That's what I'm charging you. That's the package deal. No more. Because if I can't deliver, if we can't get to this thing, you need something else. If you're coming to me at a certain situation, we've already audited you. We've done questionnaires. We've evaluated the situation. We've done all the grunt work. We've qualified you. When we get to this phase, we ain't thinking this way. I'm coming in direct. Time is money. I don't have time to waste. This makes sense. I can get you where you want to be in just this amount of time. The thing is, people want to save time in one place, but think they want to have you on the clock. Look, if I can solve your problem in 5 minutes instead of 5 months, I should be charged the same amount of money. If I said $25,000 for 5 months, that's $5,000 a month for 5 months to solve your problem. Or instead, that same amount of money, $25,000 for 5 minutes just solved your problem. That means I saved you all this extra time, 4 months and some change, practically whole 5 months to go get that money to implement the strategy, the solution that I gave you to go do what you need to do. You didn't have to wait around. You didn't have to waste, nothing like that. But this is the construct we have to deal with. And in many cases, because we're always typically the ones that may be in need and we don't have enough cash flow to wait it out until we find the right audience, the right clients, the right customers that have no friction, that have no objections, and just want to give you the money for the value, what are we going to do? You're going to take it. I need the money. I need to get my cash flow up. I got bills to pay. I got to pay my people. And I get that. And I understand that. And there's nothing wrong with that. You do what you got to do, the best you got to do, the best abilities, the best decisions possible for your business, for your livelihood, for yourself. As we're crossing over from 2021 and entering 2022, people are still lacking in the SEO department because they don't know how to apply SEO effectively across their website in the hopes of attracting the right people to say yes to start the process of the sales conversations. This is where our friends at Ahrefs comes in handy. Discover optimization opportunities for your website. You'll see which keywords your pages are ranking for. You'll understand how Google sees your content. Visit Ahrefs, ahrefs.com/AWT. Sign up for the free tool. Connect it to your website and you're all set. With growth means optimization of one's time. Again, if in 5 minutes I can hear a concise problem and give you a custom solution to solve your problem overnight, and I gave you your 19 hours and 55 minutes back to go make back what you invested in me times 10 for a solution that will continue to work for you and help you make times 100, would that be of value to you? Once again, sounds to me like $25,000 for 5 minutes is actually quite reasonable when you put it in that perspective. So what was the point of this whole moment of me inserting math and talking about saving you time and challenge the status quo of hourly rates and all these things? Data and numbers don't mean anything when you're trying to convince someone to see through your lens unless you tell a story that can align itself through facts to build an undisputed defense. Episode 39 goes deeper into this. And if you go way back, episode 3 on positioning, episode 13 on being direct, episode 14 on value, episode 23 on vision, episode 24 on the power of strategy, and so forth. Man, I've laid out so many Easter eggs and gems in my previous episodes for people to unpack. It will put the MCU to shame. So go back, go check out those gems. My point is, the story is I'm not charging an hourly rate. And here's why. Through a story tied in within an example, you can dispute or disprove. You can disagree, yes. You don't have to like it, sure. But you cannot discredit my own story. You came in with the preconceived notion of how to look and evaluate my value based on your experiences, and I decided to flip all of that on its head in order to present my value based on results instead. I don't have time to waste, and neither do you. Do you want to get out of the situation or not? I could be like a doctor and just give you the antidote right now and just hit you with the bill later, and then probably have to fight to get my money for services rendered that elevated you out of your situation. Or I can just be truly transparent and upfront about it. That's the price. Pause. Silence. Wait for you to respond. So what do we do now? Yes or no? How badly do you want your pain point to go away with the pain reliever? Or how badly do you want to experience the joy of being in the place you've always wanted to be in your business with that pleasure provider? Episode 32, chocolate cake or Tylenol? Hear the conviction, confidence, command, and calmness in my voice delivery right now? What you didn't hear was the imposter syndrome, the doubts, the what ifs, the layered glossary of endless people who have told me I was nothing, my ideas would never work. A young black kid like you can't even muster up such ideas, let alone will they work. You didn't see the years of studying, of literally sacrificing years of sleep to learn more and putting things into practice. You don't see how many industries, sectors, companies, brands, environments I've been in acquiring all this knowledge and experience like a sponge. You don't see all the rejections. You don't see all the sales calls, the pitches, the presentations that were flops. What you heard was my polished and unfiltered, unapologetic, holding no punches resolve of my why behind the justification of my price and conviction and confidence in my how to get you to your oh so highly coveted what being the end result, the dream, the success, the money, whatever it may be. Do X to get Y so you can Z. Pay me X so we can work together to create custom strategies solutions to get you Y so then you can implement in the hopes to get you Z. And just a pause real quick for you to understand. I help emerging brands accelerate their growth by creating pathways to get them to that growth. And those pathways are layered in strategy. Do X to get Y so you can Z. Let's take a minute to talk about time. It's the holidays, y'all, and another year is under the belt. Maybe you're looking to spend time, maybe you're looking to save time, and maybe you're looking to time travel to summer of next year because it's already too dang cold outside. Either way, in business, your customers are looking for the same thing: time. Your time, to be specific, because time equals attention, and attention means feeling understood. HubSpot wants to help you be efficient with your time while helping your customers feel understood. In fact, HubSpot has rolled out a ton of new customer-centric tools that help your business show your customers a whole lot of love every step of the way. New payment tools like native payment links and recurring payment that directly embed in HubSpot's quoting tools and emails mean seamless delivery and payment collection. And now, with the CRM-powered CMS, your marketers and developers can personalize the customer experience and ensure that the attention your customers give you is reflected back at them in data that is timely and relevant. Okay, minute's up. Learn more about how a HubSpot CRM platform can help you build, maintain, and grow your customer relationships this holiday season and beyond at HubSpot.com. Again, you aren't paying me for my time. You aren't paying me for even the strategy. You are paying me to help you save time to get your destination on time. What's the difference between the toll road and the freeway? One you pay for and one you don't. So why would anyone pay for the toll road? If they go the freeway, eventually they'll get to the destination, right? Sure. But the reason people pay for the tolls, the time saved for me to get from point A to point B so I can hit my destination on time to have the experience I want to have, is much more important to me than adding more time and complications to my route and be late or take forever to get to my destination. It seems very silly that people will avoid 75 cents to $1.50 multiple times, but willing to add more time to their destination, time they'll never get back, more time stuck in traffic, that a more complicated route, burn more gas because they want to control the how versus just getting to their destination faster. These same people typically blow through oodles and boodles of money on overly priced lattes. Please make it make sense. What's 75 cents times 3 tolls compared to $20 more spent on gas, 25 minutes more added to traffic, with a higher chance of getting to your destination later than you wanted to, which hurts times 2 tickets you bought for a show that you missed the first 20 minutes of a 90-minute show? Seriously? Are we being serious right now? People like that, they don't want to pay for my strategy because they think someone else can do it better and cheaper. Great. If they do, let me know how well they do, how well it worked out. And if it does really well, I'll hire them to help me. That's the confidence and conviction and resolve you must have in business. Talking people into things is a net negative every single time. Whenever people feel like they're being talked into buying, they enter what Josh Braun calls the zone of resistance. The zone of resistance is a reflex reaction to sales pressure. The only way out is to let go of assuming you're for everyone. Assuming your solution, your route is for everyone. Shift from selling to sorting. Disqualify aggressively. I'm just sorting out those who want to buy and those who don't. I want to add the relationship status of buyers, advocates, and elevators. I'm sorting you from a buyer to an advocate to an elevator. Thing is, you can avoid paying me because maybe you think my podcast is good enough. Maybe you think my Twitter and my LinkedIn content is good enough. Maybe you think my live streams are good enough. Buyers, advocates, and elevators. That relationship status of Bay is a lifesaver. It prevents you from destroying an opportunity just because they don't want to buy from you. Most of you listening probably will never buy from me. You're good with our current arrangement we have right now. And that is perfectly fine with me because I need listeners. I'm not trying to force your hand. I'm simply trying to make an impact by giving simple insight you can format to your situation to help you get the bag and then use that bag to create the life that you want to live. How you do that, whether you pay me directly, listen to my podcast, if they followed me on Twitter, they followed me on LinkedIn, it all works out in perpetuity. You don't have to be my buyer. You can be other things to me. I still need advocates and I still need elevators because through that, I'm going to get more exposure. I've expanded my marketing team. I've expanded my sales team to hopefully help me get to the right people who see my value, who don't fight on the price, and we just keep it moving. Take the win or don't. I don't worship money, but money is necessary to make moves. Money is essential to make impact. To move from scarcity to stability requires substance, and that substance is funded, generated, or bought by money. Get out of your comfort zone. Confidence plus conviction coupled with consistency creates. Confidence plus conviction coupled with consistency creates. Without those 3 C's, confidence, conviction, and consistency, you will not be able to create the life that you want, create the business that you want, create the situation that's going to make you more stable, make you more sustainable, make you more scalable, and make you more successful. And many times we can't get out of our comfort zone because we're afraid. Fear has seeped into our mindset. And here's the thing, not everybody will believe in your business because they weren't meant to see the vision, because it was meant for you to see the vision, for you to bring it to pass. And if everyone can't see the vision but you, and it was your calling, it was your situation, do not squander that. Stop being afraid. I can't stop the fear from happening, but I can stop being afraid when fear takes me over for a sec, because I have to remind myself who I'm doing this for, why I'm doing this for. False evidence appears real. Fear. False evidence, things that haven't happened yet. I'm afraid because I'm afraid sincerely of the unknown. See, when we know something, it's comfortable to us. When we don't know something, we get nervous. I can't see her in front of my face. I'm nervous. If the house is on fire and the fireman tells you, run in a straight line, I may be afraid. I can't see in front of my face because of all the smoke. I'm distracted from all the noises and the heat. I'm scared for my life. The fear is consuming me just as much as the fire is consuming the house. If the fireman told me to run straight, I don't care if I can't see in front of me. I trust him and I'm going to run straight with the vision is I'm going to come out of the other side of this house and continue to live my life because a trained professional told me to run straight. I can't see where I'm going, but they already been where I'm trying to get to. They went into the burning house to come get me. So they know the path to get me out. In the same way, you may not see what I see when I hear your problems, when I hear how you market yourself, how you brand yourself, how you position yourself. I'm hearing it from a different perspective and give you some thoughts and some insights and some strategies, some ideas to help you. And even though you can't see everything, you came to me to help you because you couldn't get yourself out of your own situation. That's the thing I don't understand. Relinquish yourself. You've already said you can't get yourself out of the situation. So why is it that when you bring someone who can get you out of the situation, you try to control the how of the means that they get you out of your situation? That don't make any sense. I can't control what the fireman told me to do. He told me to run straight and run for my life, and that's what I did. I relinquished the power of control because I was in a situation that I had no control. And so you have to understand who you are and your position and your branding. You got to understand the swagger around your identity and have the confidence and the conviction of what you sell and why you sell and how you sell it. And when you have these sales conversations and you've done real good till you get to the price point, hold on to that conviction and be okay that they say no. Be okay with letting it go. I don't got time to put up a big fight to validate and prove to you why I do what I do and my success. That's what my content's for. That's what my podcast is for. That's what my website is for. That's why I speak at events, to validate upon validate upon validate. When you get to a conversation with me, you serious. You knew coming in from the questionnaire what my ranges were, how I work. If you want to be a customer or client of mine, great. If you don't, also great. Let's remain friends, be an advocate, be an elevator. How can I support you in other manners and keep it moving? I can't control how rejection and no's make me feel. I can't control what fear makes me feel, but I can control my actions. I can control what I tell myself when those feelings occur. They told you, no, Troy, you're not good enough. They told you, no, listener, your business isn't good enough. You're not ready. You don't have the experience. Why'd you charge so much? You should have just lowered your price. You should have gave a discount. If you give a mouse a cookie, no more discounts. Either you see my value, you want it, or you don't. People go to a Tesla place and they say, I want to buy that Tesla right there. Okay, is this much money? They don't come and talk about, can you lower the price? They're going to laugh you out the dealership. That's the price. The price is the price. Either you got it or you don't. Now what they'll do, they'll leave. If they still really want that Tesla, I'm going to come back, find the money, get a loan to go buy that Tesla. But how silly would it seem to go into a Tesla dealership? They tell you the price of the vehicle and you say, oh no, I can find a car better for cheaper. Okay, you do that. But guess what? It won't be a Tesla. It won't have the emblem. It won't have the swagger or the status quo that comes with the car. I had shared a post, and basically the image has two graphics. One saying in a sundial, and it says how much time we have. And then the other side of the image says how much time we think we have, which is basically the Sahara Desert. You don't have as much time as you think to get your business right, to get your money right, to get your life the way you want to be. Stop wasting time. Stop trying methods you know won't help you get to the level you are trying to reach. Stop waiting for the right time. We've already established you don't have as much time as you think. And the more you delay, the more your window of opportunity closes. Stop trying to get solutions for free time. There's a cost to success. There's a cost for growth. There's a cost to achieving both in your business. Just as you want people to pay for what your business offers, how can you expect free and discounted solutions that don't even break $1,500 like it's really going to help you make $15,000 a month, $300,000 a quarter, or $2.5 million a year? And that's if your goals ain't higher than that by now. You are the greatest at something that someone else can't do. And just because it comes easy to you doesn't mean you should shortchange yourself and charge less for it. And it doesn't mean that someone else won't pay you beyond the price that you have in your head. If certain things are restraining you from achieving your next level of growth, there's only one thing you can do, is relinquish and cut off those restraints so you can grow more. And I think sometimes we can be in this comfort zone and think we're not worthy enough. We don't have enough self-worth in ourselves to hold fast to what we need. You can't do the same thing and hope you're going to just 10x your business. Growth requires change. Change creates friction. So you have to embrace the friction, change accordingly in order to grow. The clock is ticking. 2021 is almost over. 2022 has almost begun. What will your business look like at the end of 2022? Hopefully you would have invested in yourself, put in that deep work, and remain consistent to achieve the goals that you want. Hopefully you no longer wasted your time and began to take action instead. Hourly, flat rate, a la carte, project deal, I don't care. There's going to be people listening who are going to say, he's wrong, I'm doing an hourly rate. He's right, I'm going to switch to a package deal or somewhere in between of a hybrid model. Quite frankly, I don't care. What I care about is that my listeners take away something that helps them get the bag so they can create the life that they want. That's my impact. If you can't afford me, if you don't see the value in me, that's fine. This is why we have this relationship. This is why I'm doing this, to put in this work, to be on this mic, to give you some insight, to go on to 2022 strong, end this year off good and start the next year off strong. We want more prosperity. We want more possibilities. We want more profitability. We want all those things. But we got to start now. We got to make changes now. And so I'm thankful for you, the listeners. I'm thankful for you hearing me and allowing me to give you my thoughts. I hope it helps you on your path to get you to where you want to be.
And that's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed this episode of I Digress. What was your takeaway? Care to share your thoughts and tag Troy on social media? You can find him on all platforms at Find Troy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a review or comment for this episode from wherever you're listening. Looking for a marketing strategist to build the structure, strategies, and systems you need to get the success you want and the ROI you desire in your business? Book a discovery call to talk with Troy at findtroy.com. And as Troy's philosophy goes, imagination is the engine, Content is the fuel, social media is the highway, marketing is the roadmap, sales is the destination, culture is the GPS. Thanks for listening.